Hey, what's up, guys? It's Tuesday. This is last week's workout. So on Monday, I started with 4 sets of five, I believe it was, with 315 pounds, plus the doubled orange bands for extra resistance. And then I had to do one set of 5 to 7 with 315, plus the bands. Accomplished about 6 reps. So pretty satisfied with that, especially after all the sets that I did with 5 reps. Close grip, showing off the forearm pump that I got from doing Bulgarian split squats because of holding the dumbbells for so long. And then on Tuesday, deadlifted again. Try to pause it at the bottom for as long as I could, but it got pretty tiring, of course. You know how that is. If you're trying to hold that much weight at the bottom, it's going to be ridiculously hard to lock out at the top. So this hammered the hamstrings, uh, like literally after going home from the gym. I just had Charlie horses on both of my hamstrings, cramping up like a mother. So it really works for that hamstring strength. And also, I would say probably lower back, maybe. But to be honest, since I'm using more of my legs for this lift, it's just mainly going to be hamstrings. Um, Not as much back unless I was pulling it off the ground, which I'm trying not to do that, especially with this stiff bar, because most likely I'll be more prone to an injury since it's not a deadlift bar and it doesn't have that whip. So I don't really want to pull it as much, more like push it into the floor, kind of like um, a leg press, if you want to say. Right after that, did some back extensions with 320 pounds. I think it was like 2 sets. Can't remember how many repetitions. But this just hammered the lower back as well. So really hitting or targeting all those muscle groups that are great for deadlifting. Right here, I failed right after getting out of work. Try to get like 3 reps with the rack lifts at a halfway point, basically for lockout strength to make the triceps stronger. But I did 375 for a few sets. I can't remember how many. Usually, I always just include the first and the last set just to see the difference between both. Sometimes I don't. I just include one set because of how much film there is, and it takes up a lot of space. Hit a PR right here with the 140-pound dumbbells for 9 reps. The most I've ever done in my life was the 130s. My gym only goes up to 150s, but to be honest with you, I don't really think you need to go beyond that. If you're doing 150s for like 20 reps, then guaranteed you could do 200 for at least, 4 or 5. So maybe in the future they'll get heavier dumbbells, but I'm thinking, 150s are good enough. I got the bench press I can go high on, so uh yeah. Basically they took the next day off and then benched again, but this time actually doing like bench pressing, touch and go, close grip once again, 335 for 8 reps, I believe. And then I did 2 sets with 315 for 10. Not the best control of the bar, if you want to say, but the decentric or eccentric movement. I just really wanted to get it done. I was pretty exhausted as well because of getting out of work. All of these workouts are usually from getting out of work, unless it's a Tuesday, but my schedule varies. It changes all the time. So Usually when I have the next day off, I'll take my time in the gym after getting out of work at night because I know that I could just uh, conserve my energy and I don't have to rush. But not a bad week. All right, I already did Monday's workout, so I'll upload that. Hopefully this Sunday you'll see all of the workouts that I did. Trying to keep up. It's just a lot going on right now, so trying to also gain subscribers, which is pretty hard, but maybe my content isn't the greatest. I need to work on that, so that's why I'm trying to have a mixture of different exercises and lifts now, so I'm not showing all of the same things. But as always, I like to finish off the week with squats. Well, that's what the program is designed as currently. So I think I did 385 for 5 or 6, can't remember. But I'm still working on that depth and the technique. Also, I've had many knee issues these past few months, so I'm trying to get over that. Like pointing out the feet more to maybe get around the pain, but we'll see. My last set was the best on this 365. So I feel like the more I do it, the better I get at it. If that makes any sense. Maybe it's just like the blood pumping and adrenaline. I don't know. But a lot deeper, as you can see on this last set right here. But that's also because I changed my foot stance as well. So I realized that a wider foot stance for me, since I am shorter, doesn't help me at all. I'm better with a closer foot stance and pointing the feet out. But as always, like and subscribe. Stay tuned for next week or this week, and thank you for watching.